So I just hit record, and I had a full script for this first video, but what I want to do is I would consider myself a professional consumer of content. So I consume content from all types of creators. Watch a lot of law tube. I'm interested in law for some reason. I consume a lot of political news. I consume a lot of culture news. Watch Friday Night Tights. I watch all the Quarterings videos. I listen to Timcast. My favorite podcast right now, comedy podcast, would be Tim Dillon, YMH, Your Mom's House, and Matt and Shane's Secret Pod. I just started listening to that, and they're the bros. They're the best. I'm getting to a point in my life where I find myself endlessly scrolling YouTube, Netflix, all of these platforms where content is. And I'm realizing that I've gotten so much from all of these platforms and all of these parasocial relationships that I have with all of these creators. And it's benefited me in such a way where I've become, I think, the best version of myself. I believe that I know what makes a creator someone who resonates with consumers, other people, community members. And I really think that's authenticity. And I've seen very quickly how a creator can capture an audience by being themselves, and how quickly that can fall apart because they stop being who they were. The money may have changed them. They might have formed alliances with people that they're kind of bound to, and they have to act a certain way in order to fit in and continue to do what they do, right? And I know that I'm really good at being myself, and I love sharing, and I also love learning about people. I was listening, as I'm coming up with the idea for this channel, I was listening to this woman, Vanessa Lau, shouts out. She was basically explaining, as a creator, your job isn't to teach, unless you're like teaching, like your channel is about teaching people, right? Your job is to share your experiences. I'm an expert in my own experiences, and I'm getting much better at sharing. I also think that my superpower is taking myself and putting myself in the shoes of someone else. I'm super empathetic, almost to a fault. Sometimes I kind of have to stop myself because I can get lost in being just extremely empathetic. I'm starting this channel because I think that it'll be good creatively for me. I'm a very creative person. My job that I do during the daytime doesn't really allow me to be as creative as I want to be, but it pays the bills. So I'm doing this as more of an outlet for me, hoping to do for others what others have done for me. Those parasocial relationships that I have with creators like Rakeda Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota, Gary from Nerdrotic, all of these people that have inspired me to do this, I want to foster communities like they have and find like-minded people like me, because when I've been down and out, I found a lot of happiness and just a lot of comfort knowing that I'm not alone. Men in our society often feel isolated, especially like post-COVID. We're so fragmented and we're so connected, but so disconnected at the same time. And in these internet communities, I've seen people foster relationships that can truly change and save lives. And I'm not saying that I can do that myself, but I want to try and foster something that I've seen done on a greater scale because I think that I can do it. I'm a hard enough worker to know what needs to go into this, how much work I need to do to make this channel special and resonate with people. And if it resonates with one person, great. I've done my job. If it resonates with 1,000 people, that'd be really cool. If you're watching this because you're coming back to watch this just to see how this channel got started, thank you for finding me, and I appreciate you. But if this is the first video you watch, I hope that you'll give me a chance to grow into the creator that I know I can. Because I don't view myself as a main character. I just view myself as kind of like, I've always been an observer. I've always been not really the narrator. It's more of like a secondary character that interacts with everyone. And I've always been able to fit in with different groups. And I think that comes from the empathy because I'm like super empathetic. In starting this channel, I don't know what it's going to turn into. I made a logo. I worked really hard on it. I learned some skills, and I'm really happy how it turned out. And I also don't know how long this video is. I'm going to edit it, and my first foray into editing, so that's going to be fun. But I don't know what this channel is going to be. Vanessa Lau, shouts out again. I'll pin her channel below. And yes, I just said that. She said, when you start a YouTube channel, don't go for your niche. Don't try to force your niche or find your niche too early. Just try a bunch of different things, and whatever works, works. So I don't know if this is going to be a review channel, a talking channel. I don't know. I love a lot of things, and I'm passionate about a lot of things. So I don't know what this is going to turn into. But what I do know is I'm going to work very hard. I'm going to put out content, and I hope that you stick around with me for the ride. Thank you very much for watching this far, and until next time, don't be shy. Peace.